episode of AVTN, we've got the latest on technology and campus changes across the district, plus some insight into the FFA field planting season, and we'll take a look at sports and weather coming up. Your AVTN broadcast starts now. Thanks for tuning in to AVTN. I'm Kylie Seahawks.
And I'm Jenna Shonk. Our top story this week takes a look into the latest in campus updates. While the new junior-senior high school was a big addition to the campus, some current, smaller, but important changes are coming as well. With more information, we turn to Rachel DeBoer. Rachel?
That's right. As we wrap up this school year and look to prepare for the next, the school district is undergoing further renovations to provide some further state-of-the-art features come this fall. As we first reported this past month, the district is bringing some upgrades to this district's Lindbaugh Field and Stadium. This spring, the Independence Community School District approved a project with the backing of the Mustang Foundation to remove the current grass field and implement a new synthetic field turf. As of Memorial Day weekend, crews have nearly finished up the removal of grass in preparation for the new turf. The project is slated for completion late this summer, with the anticipated unveiling to be this August when the Mustangs play their first season home game against North Fayette Valley. With more now on other district upgrades, we turn to Will Whited.
Thanks, Rachel. Inside the district buildings, more technology upgrades will be taking place, specifically at the junior-senior high school. The second phase of the one-to-one program will take effect this coming school year, with all junior high students being administered tablets for school use and interactive learning. This is in addition to the already in place one-to-one laptop program for the high school. According to District Technology Director Mr. Noyes, other technology upgrades include new business lab computers and an implementation of the latest Adobe software packages CS6. Reporting from the AVTN newsroom for Rachel DeBoer, I'm Will White. Kylie and Jenna, back to you.
All projects are set to be completed by the start of 2014-2015 school year in early August.
The last thing on any student's mind is starting school for the next school year. With that, however, we at AVTN want to make sure you at home or in the classroom know some of the important upcoming dates. Upcoming on August 14th, the district will host the incoming 2nd through 6th grade orientation. On August 15th, incoming 7th and 9th graders will be participating in orientation for junior and high school classes at the senior junior high school. The first day of classes for the 2014 through 2015 school year is scheduled for Monday, August 18th.
This past week, the Independence FFA chapter, along with support from the Albert and Van Family Farms, planted the 50-acre FFA crop on the current ag field on the school's campus. This year's crop will raise soybeans, with the seed and materials being donated by local Pioneer and Chanel seed representatives. Each crop is comprised of donated time, machinery, and seed, with the profits of each sold crop helping to fund the Indy Ag program. In an email from Ag Education teacher Miss Imig, she says that the past year's harvests were a driving factor in making our program a reality this year, and that community support will also make the construction of an Ag Ed greenhouse possible as we look forward to the early part of this summer. On June 9th, 16 8th grade students are going with Miss Elsie to Washington, D.C., Chicago, Mount Vernon, and Gettysburg. In Washington, D.C., the students will be visiting the Capitol Hill, the Smithsonian Museums, the World War II memorial sites, and the Holocaust Museum. In Washington, D.C., Colin Anderson, Zach Elsie, Cole Horn, and Blake Schomer will get to lay a wreath at the tomb of an unknown soldier. And Carly Michael will get to say Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream speech. In Gettysburg, Blake Schomer will get to say the Gettysburg Address. This experience will hopefully continue in the future as an annual 8th grade summer trip.
If you like the show you're watching, we have some exciting news for you. Recently this month, the Mustang Foundation awarded the junior-senior high school staff, students, and all of us here with the Mustang AV Tech Club and the AVTN a grant worth $10,000 for an investment in expanded video technology. This will allow us, with AVTN, to bring your higher definition video, interviews, and highlights of school events. This coming fall, look for expanding coverage of Mustang sports and school events.
Coming up after the break, Will is in with a look at your Mustang Nation sports update, and later we'll take a look into your community and world news, plus a quick look at your Weather Vision 7-day forecast. All after the break on AVTN, All Things Mustangs.
What can being a Mustang do for you? Let's start from the top. Being a Mustang will give you the chance to learn from some of the state's best teachers at all levels, kindergarten through high school. Being a Mustang will allow you the chance to become involved and hands-on with our state award-winning arts, athletics, plus our non-competitive activities groups. Being a Mustang will allow you to study, achieve, and grow into the person you want to be. Will you be a Mustang? For more information on the Mustang Way, visit the school's website at www.independence.k12.ia.us. Independence Community Schools. Start here, succeed anywhere.
As the soccer postseason is coming, the Independence girls soccer team has entered regionals with an 8-4 record. The girls look for another shot at state with some challenges along the way. Coach Bobby Lynch has pushed the girls as hard as they can at practice to become a better team. With a past victory over Dyersville-Beckman, the girls have proven themselves ready for regionals. On the boys' side, the team has developed a 5-11 record with a few impressive performances against number 1 ranked in the state, Dyersville-Beckman. The boys have played the hardest even though they lost with a 3-0 record. In Mustang Wrestling, the National Wrestling Coaches Association started the Best of Brand initiative. The Best of Brand awards are designed to honor wrestling programs across America. The Mustang Wrestling team has been nominated for 2 of the 3 awards, which include Best of Graphics, which recognize the poster and their saying, "Break the Chains." The team has also been nominated for the Best Added Value Video, which promote the best motivational video. The voting days are June 2nd, June 3rd, and June 4th. Best of luck to the Mustang Wrestling team as they search for the national recognition. As summer gets closer, it also brings along the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, with USA looking for a miracle to happen. Being in a pool with new rival Ghana, Germany, and Portugal, USA has seen lose courage. Head coach Jürgen Klinsmann decided to rebuild the program from the ground up. He chose 46 players to come in, with only 23 making it to Brazil. On the girls' side, Captain Hope Solo looks for revenge against a Japanese girl after they lost to them in shootout in 2011. Abby Wambach is still looking for a shot to prove that she can be a starting striker. She's also been giving her all at practices, and she's even trying to take Hope Solo's spot as captain. With both World Cups coming up soon, we wish both our teams best of luck. As we wrap up sports, here's a look at your Mustang Nation scoreboard. We'll be right back.
What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club. Plus, the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indymustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
The process of replacing city manager Steve Deers is turning out to be more strenuous than anticipated. After the reviewing of about 50 resumes, Michael J. Freelander was selected to become Independence's city manager. This past Thursday, however, Mayor Davis was informed that the new city manager would be unable to fulfill the job responsibilities due to personal reasons. Freelander's replacement has yet to be selected.
A fire swept through buildings in downtown Indy 140 years ago, taking out roughly 90% of our city's valuable business places. The Independence Business District was rebuilt with compactness and uniform style, and gave the appearance of neatness and solidity seldom found in the western towns so early in history. Today, some of the buildings are now on the National Register of Historic Buildings, and an application for Main Street, Iowa, will again be addressed in 2015.
On May 25th, 2008 at 5 p.m., Lives were changed forever when an EF5 tornado hit Parkersburg, Iowa. A historical storm in terms of Iowa weather moments. Several homes were destroyed, roughly a third of the city was demolished, and 7 people lost their lives. In the time since, the city has been rebuilding, including many new businesses, homes, and a much improved high school for the Arlington Parkersburg School District. Taking a look at world news and the crisis between Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. and Europe, there is a new development. During an interview, President Putin has now made a response to the U.S. and Europe, saying he wants to respect Ukraine's decision. If Russia interrupts the election, the sanctions against Russia will be tightened by the U.S. and European nations.
A teenager with cancer who touched the hearts of many in the United Kingdom with his tireless fundraising efforts died Wednesday at age 19. News that will sadden many supporters won over by Stephen Sutton's mix of determination, generosity, and good humor in the face of his terminal illness. While he lost the battle to stay alive, he achieved a remarkable feat. Having set himself the challenge of raising some $17,000 for a teenage cancer charity, he ultimately inspired over $5.4 million in donations. On his website, Stephen's Story, he tells us how he first was diagnosed with cancer in 2010 at age 15. He created a bucket list on Facebook of 46 things he wanted to do before he ran out of time. Some of these things included skydiving, crowd surfing in a rubber dinghy, playing drums in front of a huge crowd, and to hug an animal bigger than him. Stephen passed away peacefully in his sleep in the early hours of the morning, Wednesday, May 14th. In Nigeria, the missing schoolgirls have still not been found. 276 girls were abducted by Boko Haram, an Islamic militant group. Commanders of U.S. troops are worried that #BringBackOurGirls will pressure them to become involved in the girls' rescue efforts. A military official said, "We're being tweeted into combat." The White House and the Pentagon have repeatedly said that the U.S. will not help save the Nigerian girls.
In other world news, Malaysian jet that has gone missing about 3 months ago has still yet to be found. An international investigation team led by Malaysia has concluded that the jet flew south after it was last spotted on Malaysian military radar and ended up in the southern Indian Ocean off Western Australia. Malaysian investigators suspect someone shut off the plane's data links, making the plane impossible to track. But investigators have so far turned up nothing suspicious about the crew or passengers. Before we wrap up this week's show, we turn now to Rachel DeBoer with a look at your weather vision forecast.
Your AVTN Weather Vision 7-day forecast shows end-of-the-week sunshine, giving way to late weekend chances for rain and a few thunderstorms. High temps will continue to stay on the warm side as we see weekend high temps in the low to mid-80s. These above-normal temps will continue into the better part of next week, with rain chances continuing through early next week and lows at night in the low to mid-60s. That's a look at your Weather Vision 7-day forecast. Kylie and Jenna, back to you.
And with that, we want to thank each and every one of you for watching this episode of AVTN and all season long this spring, as we have continued to bring you the news of our school, community, and world. Make sure to keep up to date with the latest here at AVTN by following the Independence Mustangs AV Tech Club on Facebook, Twitter, or by visiting the Independence Community School District's website and finding AV Tech News under the Activities tab. AVTN will return to this fall with the 2014-2015 school year.
As always, this newscast is a production of the students here at Independence Junior-Senior High School. You've been watching AVTN,
All Things Mustangs.
Have a great day and a great summer.